questions for you.
Okay.
John, what got you into radio?
The door in the building.
Wonderful answer. Do you have a specific person that got you into radio?
My dad.
Your dad?
He influenced me, I guess. Or I looked up to him.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, great. And what is your favorite part about working here at WFLO?
Getting to know people like Noah.
He said the same thing about you, John.
Noah tends to lie, though. Make up stories. But
okay.
But we allow him that. Because people in his condition should not be told otherwise.
Do you feel that he agrees with that statement as well?
I know he does.
Okay.
He's good. Listening at all times. So be careful what you say.
Ears everywhere. Mm-hmm. Ears and eyes everywhere. And
this whole room is tapped.
Yeah. As you eat your food here, what is your go-to comfort food that after a long day, that's the meal that you want?
Like my last meal?
Sure, if you want to call it a death row meal and that's your comfort meal, we can call it that.
The go-to answer used to be pizza, but I'm not.
You've matured?
Yes, at
You've matured out of that.
9 years old, I have finally seen the error of my ways.
What has it changed to now?
Beef jerky. No, it's changed to. I eat a little more salad every once in a while.
That's not a comfort food though for you, is it?
No.
Okay, so what's your comfort food? Your death row meal?
Oh, that's a great question because, like I said, it used to be pizza, and now I.
Well, if it was still pizza, what toppings do you have on that pizza?
I'm a pretty simple guy. Pepperoni cheese.
Okay. All right. And what is your favorite WFLO story that you could share with us?
There's too many to mention.
Okay.
Tommy Jenkins used to always make me laugh.
Okay.
When he did the Trading Post and stuff like that.
Yes, that was always a good one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your favorite thing to do in Farmville? Like if somebody was coming here and you had to recommend them something to do, what would you recommend for them to do?
Going up to the gas station and jumping in down up on that thing so that you can hear the bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy doing that in your pastime?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And if you could instantly become an expert in anything, what would it be?
An expert in anything?
An expert in anything. You're already a radio expert, so what's your next?
The money doesn't roll in from that. So it'd have to be something more lucrative.
Okay. So then what would you?
Well, being a plumber is probably smart because
that is
people
smart.
still constantly have issues.
Absolutely.
But if I want to make easy money, I don't know, would that be a lawyer?
Is that easy money, though? I feel like that's a very stressful job.
Not as stressful as being a doctor.
That is true. I don't know. I don't want to offend the lawyers out there. I don't know if it's stressful being a doctor.
Might be stressful counting all that money you got.
That's true.
But
yeah, for sure. What is one thing that you can't live without?
My MTV. I'm kidding. Can't live without oxygen.
That's actually the best answer so far. That's a good one. Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
That's yeah. I'm just gonna move on to the next question because that's a perfect. Wait, what is your favorite album / song currently, or just of all time your favorite?
I can go all time. There's nothing currently.
Okay.
1984, Van Halen. That's my favorite album and has been ever since I was a kid.
Do you have a favorite song off that album?
Panama.
Okay.
But I like a lot of the other songs too. But that one got radio play because it actually entered the charts.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was like a top 10 hit of 14 or something like that.
Yeah. And I have another food question for you because obviously you love your Cheerios and your snacks on air and all of that.
Right.
What is, if WFLO had an official snack or drink, what would it be?
The Flow got to go sandwich. I don't know.
Noah said Cheerios. So like you can pick like just a generic snack or like a generic drink. It doesn't have to be anything like, because Noah said Cheerios and Diet Cola.
Well, he was answering for me then when he said that.
That's what he said, the official.
Well, then I guess Uptown Coffee Cafe, I guess, for me, since he's the one that he answered me, so I'm going to answer for him.
Okay.
He goes there constantly.
Okay, gotcha. What does he get specifically? Do you know off the top of your
If
head?
it's breakfast, he gets some sort of bagel, and if it's lunch, more like lunchtime, it looks like he had a sandwich he was really getting into Friday, I believe.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he was really into it.
Wonderful. And do you have a specific drink, or you just want to leave it at the food?
Oh, Dr. Pepper Zero or Cherry Coke Zero.
That's what I told Noah. I said it should be Cherry Coke Zero because you were out there drinking it.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you do if you weren't in radio? Like, what other jobs did you
Never had
have in your
another
mind?
job.
Or was this always something that you knew you wanted to do? Just
No. I thought I was going to be an artist.
really? Mm-hmm. What type of art are we
Like
talking?
comic book, sequential art.
Okay. Cool.
Or animation or something like that. So I guess something like that
Okay.
would have been the other choice to go.
Sure. And what is your favorite movie of all time?
Wow.
And if you don't have one, you have a bunch of them?
There's so many. Favorite of all time.
Or even a current favorite, if there's something you've really been into watching.
Never anything current.
Okay.
I'm old school. Superman the movie, I guess. Christopher Reeve.
Okay.
The original.
Gotcha. And obviously Superman had hidden talents. Do you have any hidden talents?
X-ray vision. No. Hidden talents?
Yeah. Something that people don't know.
I'm a fountain of useless information.
Oh, I mean, it's not useless if you have information
But it doesn't
most
mean
of the
anything to
time.
anyone else.
It might to somebody.
Maybe.
You never know.
True. But no, not really. No hidden talent that I'm aware of.
Okay. And
It's well hidden. I don't know.
What is your least favorite genre of music? Noah had a very animated answer for his. Love to hear yours.
Genre of music. Mm-hmm. I like a little bit of everything, and then there's things I don't like. But as far as one particular genre
that you don't like, yep, not a fan of.
I don't know, because I mean I could say country, but that's more meaning now.
So current
country, or current rap. I can almost say it for anything. Current pop, current rock, current. Not that there's all that much rock, but. So it'd be easier to say I just don't like anything current.
Broad
really.
spectrum of what's current. Okay. And if you could interview any celebrity, dead or alive, who would you interview?
The easy answer would be Elvis.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to Elvis.
Okay.
And he'd be like, why don't you pass those combos on over here?
He probably would.
Yeah.
Would you ever try any of his weird food combos that he would do?
I have tried the peanut butter on nana sandwich.
Is it good?
It is, but it's sweet, so I would advise it be like a dessert.
A dessert. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And if you could swap lives with a celebrity for 24 hours, who would you swap lives with?
Meaning if I had a wife. Let's see.
One day, John.
Swap wives.
Lives.
Oh, lives. I thought you said wives.
No. I thought you wanted like your celebrity was your wife in your mind, and I was like, okay. So I'll re-ask you the question.
Okay.
If you could if you could swap lives with a celebrity for 24 hours, who would it be?
Currently living.
Yeah, dead or alive. Actually, let's go with that.
Probably go with the same answer, Elvis.
I kind of figured. I knew you were probably gonna go with Elvis. Can you share what the craziest call you've ever had was?
On air?
On the air, or even just in here?
Craziest call.
Yeah, have you had any like crazy ones that you can share?
Yeah, somewhat. I remember this would have been at the original Flow. We did this thing. Some people call it Tradio, Trading Post. Basically, it's a yard sale on the air.
Yeah.
And I remember not liking to do that show. I didn't dig it. But So I had to do it. And I got this call, and it was like 10 till, maybe quarter till the hour. So I had that much more time to kill. Mm-hmm. And this person obviously called the toll-free line, didn't realize he had called into a...
Oh, gosh.
And so he just started going off about whatever he thought he had called. It was not cursing or anything.
Yeah.
But just, you could tell he was agitated and upset. And I just let him spout because I was like...
Killing time.
Yeah, killing the time. And every once in a while I would chime in with, excuse me, sir. I'm trying to tell him what he's called into just to make it. Yeah. But not really going for it. And so I was just like, I'm just going to let this guy eat up all the time.
The time that you let, yeah.
Unfortunately, this was when I was working on other people. So what ended up happening was Gene Ike, who was the big cheese at the time, or one of them. And he got to where I could see him, and he was like doing this.
Telling you to cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was begrudgingly having to cut him off.
Cut it.
Yeah. And didn't have to fill the rest of the time with me talking.
We know you love to do that. Just kidding.
I do, but only about things I'm interested in, not got a garden hose here.
I do remember those days.
Yeah.
A lot. And speaking of that, what are some of your go-to tricks for keeping things smooth while you're live on air?
Avoiding Noah as much as possible.
Okay. Good answer.
I'm kidding. To avoid having mistakes on air?
To keep things going smooth. Like if a caller comes in and they're not being their best selves or something like that happens, what are some of your tricks to go towards when something like that's happening? I
guess the trick could be, we're losing you, sir.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's a good one.
Pot down or something like that. Mm-hmm. But honestly, when I get on the air and I get a call that most people would go, why didn't you just pull them off and all this other stuff?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's easy for you to say when it's not you on the air.
It's hard in the moment to cut somebody
it's that,
off.
And you don't want to be rude. You don't want to come off as being rude on the air and all this other stuff. So it's like armchair quarterbacking. It's real easy to sit back and listen and go, well, if it had been me.
Well, they should have done that.
And I'm the first one to go, well, show me how it's done.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
okay. Well, great. Thank you for answering some of these questions that I've got.
You're welcome.
Helps everybody get to know you a little bit better, John, on his Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah. Take a bite.
Stay tuned for our next set of questions.